Housewives, it's been too long since you've been gone. Feels good when I'm with you. I miss you. I'm glad y'all back home. Cause I ain't seen you smile, ain't seen you in a while. And I felt so alone. But guess what? I miss you. So I'm glad that y'all came back home. And the only reason why I say that is because one, I'm gonna stick it out with the Salt Wives because I've been reviewing them since season one. That's like the first Housewives franchise that I actually started reviewing as a reviewer since season one. So it's kind of one of them things where it's like I just never let it go off of the strength of that. But it seems like this season is gonna be picking up. It seems like some boundaries are gonna be crossed, some lines are gonna be drawn. We're gonna see Heather calling Whitney a bitch. Jesus Christ. I don't know what happened with that. Ooh, but girl, when we get there. Um, Heather, I mean not Heather, Meredith is playing nice with Shawshank. Don't understand it. But then again, I kind of do, and we'll get there when we get there to that part. I don't know. It just looked like people finally starting to see Lisa for who she is, and I'm glad about it. Um, mm, I don't know. This season really finna get some, child. To me, this season is really finna get some, and I'm here for it. So they started the shenanigans off early, which was starting off with their first confessionals way back in 2019. uh when they first started filming their confessionals for season one and whatnot. And Meredith and Lisa in particular was talking about, oh, we've been best friends for over 10 plus years. Our husbands are best friends, the kids best friends, the dogs best friends, the staff's best friends, the businesses are best friends, the houses are best friends, everybody best friends. They said the same thing when it got down to Whitney and Heather, how they became close friends and they found out that they were cousins, I believe. I believe they said that about Heather. Was that about Angie? I'ma just stick with the friend thing. Heather, get me together in the comments, with whichever one it was, child. But they did the same thing with them, and we see that they about to have a nasty piece of fallout. Child, and I hate to see that because I really wanted the clique to be Meredith, Whitney, and Heather. So I'm gonna need for y'all to look. We gotta have cliques around here because all the other franchises got cliques. So y'all got to have cliques. And I would much rather the clique be Meredith, Whitney, and Heather. I voted to be Meredith, Whitney, and Heather. That's my clique. Now, how y'all feel is y'all damn business. My clique, my pick is Meredith, Whitney, and Heather. That's who I want the clique to be. So I'm gonna need for Whitney and Heather for y'all to work that out when we get there. And I hope y'all did. We'll get there when we get there. Anyway, so Shawshank meets up with Meredith and they go down to the hot tub while Heather meets with Lisa below for lunch. Um, so Meredith and Shawshank agree to just move on and let bygones be bygones and so and so. I'm gonna tell y'all what I really think it is. I think Meredith is only doing this phony ass alliance. The same shit that Lisa was doing last season when she made up that phony ass alliance against with Shawshank when she was supposed to be Meredith's friend. This is the same shit that Meredith is doing now with Shawshank. Cause see, Shawshank's so damn ditzy, and she just so happy to be part of the damn fold. She just glad to be in because her ass is gonna be out in a minute because that bitch pleaded guilty to everything that I said she was guilty of. Why so many of y'all came up under my comments trying to cape for her, talk about something. Why am I being so hard on this and why am I being so hard on that? Girl, bye. She pleaded guilty to it because her ass did it. So while you're out chilling, Meredith, I really hope your funds pay for that because you can't trust their funds for shit. Anywho, Shawshank want to plan coach a 51st birthday party, and I'm sitting here like, girl, how do you got time to plan any damn thing? Y'all, girl, I know y'all said y'all downsize, but did y'all downsize or did y'all die? Because listen, girl, that girl. Girl, that house is a toolbox compared to that. To all of those square feet of chalet that your ass bought off of the backs of them old people money that you done swindled. Lord Jesus Christ, how the mighty have fallen. And then you still up here talking about stuff you want to throw parties and whatnot. But at least Angie was nice enough to allow you to use her threshold, her domicile, for Coach's party. Because I like Coach. I like Coach. You know what I'm saying? So I want Coach to have a really nice 51st birthday party. And it looked like he had that thanks to Angie. So I appreciate Angie, but I really want to know what funds was used to afford that. I don't know. Did Angie do it for free because she knew that y'all was going through something? Did she throw in the house and her funds? Considering that y'all had to move out the chalet and all them square feet, down to this hole in the wall that y'all done moved into. With that anthill you call a closet now. I mean, but what kind of house is that? Is that 21st century colonial? Is that what that is? It look like a little colony house. I don't know. It ain't haunted, is it? I don't know. Well, Coach Black, you know what? We finna move on. So Lisa asking Heather for help. Heather, I got a seat right here, friend, with your name on it. All right. Because God's got a blessing. Much like he got a blessing with your name on it. Shout out to Norma Hutchins. I got some advice for you as a friend with your name on it. Sit down, friend. Everybody is not worth your time, your energy, your effort, or your screen time. All right. The fact that you know that Lisa had to claw down to the bottom of the barrel to ask you for your help and you acknowledge that is a lot. And then you set up here and said that if you can be of service to her in any way, you don't mind doing that, maybe she won't hate you so much. Like I don't know. I just don't like to see my friends being bullied. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to see my friends being played with. Like she treated you like absolute dirt. But see now that her road dogs see her for who the fuck y'all been trying to tell her she's been being since season 1, and she don't want to fool with her no more. Now she wants to make things right with you. Now you and Whitney tickle her fancy. Now she wants to be down and play nice because her friend no longer wants her. And for me, and I get this is a reality show. I don't know. I wouldn't have nothing for that bitch. I would not have nothing for her ass. I will play her the same way Kenya be playing hoes, and how Kenya be paying bitches dust. That's the way that I would have played it. That's just me. Like, you don't owe her no grace. And I feel like out of all the nasty, negative shit that she done said about you, the way she treated you, and Whitney for that matter, I wouldn't have shit for that bitch. I would be right along with Meredith with icing her out. I don't want to film with her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to do nothing with her. That's the way that I would have carried it. I'm just going to be honest. Since y'all got rid of the cult leader, you should have did us the favor of getting rid of Lisa ass too. Lord, let me calm down. And I'm going to tell you something. Lisa, you said that about Meredith and her husband and Miss Burkisha and her daughter. I think her name Chloe. You said that and about Ted the dog. You said all of that and you meant it. You meant it from your bone marrow. Yes, you did. Because you was mad, you was angry, and you knew saying something like that would hurt her down to her core. And that's exactly what it did, which makes me wonder. I ain't gonna lie, I felt like LMA kind of makes me wonder what you said about her. Kind of makes me wonder. I mean, shout out to LMA though. But yeah, I feel you, friend. Heather, not Heather, Lisa, you full of shit. You full of shit. I've been telling you that since season 1. You full of shit. You is. You feel that way about that woman. Yes, you do. I feel like both of y'all got secrets on each other. Y'all playing a very dangerous game. I'm just gonna be real. Y'all playing a very dangerous game because there's families involved, there's children involved, no matter how old they are. There's dogs involved too. It ain't right. Anyway, so Meredith says that she's hearing rumors about Lisa, but she never said them, so she doesn't understand, you know, Lisa's reasonings for even wanting to go there with her. And I understand Meredith. I get where Meredith is coming from, and I believe Meredith. Like I say, I think they got dirt on each other. I do. I believe both of them got dirt on each other. Again, y'all are playing a very dangerous game. It's families involved, it's children involved, businesses involved, and animals. Because I know how y'all Caucasians feel about y'all animal pals. You understand? Just all right, y'all do what y'all want. Ain't none of my business. Ain't my friendship. I've been said that Lisa was full of shit, and I didn't understand how Meredith could ever be friends with somebody like Lisa Barlow. I'm just gonna be honest. Well, how prim and proper that Meredith is, and I live for it. I don't ever see how she could ever. So Whitney at home with her daughter Bobby Rose, who's doing the pros and cons list about guys, and Heather comes through. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, don't trust them, don't trust them, don't trust them. That's what your mama and Heather need to, and Miss Heather or Auntie Heather, whatever you want to call her, Auntie Heather. That's what they should have been telling you. Don't you? Quiet as it's kept. How old is you, little girl? Then they say you in middle school, girl. You ain't got no time to be worried about no stinking big head, big eared, snot nosed, runny ass little boys. You ain't got no time to be dealing with them little boys, especially right now because they nasty. All right, boys are nasty. You ain't got no time to be worrying about no little boys right now, little girl. All right, focus on your schoolwork, focus on your homework. Keep playing kickball because you look like you play soccer or something like that. Keep playing soccer or something like that. Put her ass in cheerleading. I don't know. Put her ass in some after school activities or something where she ain't got to have an idle mind, because an idle mind is a devil's playground. And she already sitting up here making a pros con list about little boys. Winnie, you better get a hold of that little girl. So Whitney has been seeing a spiritual advisor, and she wants the Mormon Church to remove her name from the Book of Life, girl. And you know, Heather gets emotional thinking about doing that because she say her family already don't fool with her as it is. And if she turn around and pour what Whitney is pouring, girl, she could forget ever going to come into the family cookouts and and so on and so forth. But I feel like this, Heather. So what? Listen, myself personally, I applaud Whitney for taking the steps that she's doing. She's out of it and she getting the hell out of it. And whoever don't want to come along for the ride, they ain't got to come along for the ride. She got her family. And she can make a new family. Family isn't always blood. I'm telling you that now. Because family could hurt you worse than a stranger out there on the street. And the fact that both of y'all are feeling the same way about the Mormon traditions, what I'm saying makes sense and it rings true. Family will do you worse than hoes out there on the street. So while I hear you, Heather, you your own woman, baby, and I'm gonna tell you something. This is your life. This is your salvation. You understand me? I can't tell you what to do, and I can't tell you what religion to go along to. But I appreciate my religion because my God, God grants us freedom of anything. We could believe or not believe. We could go to church or not go to church. We could believe that he died on the cross for our sins to save a wretch like you and me or not. That ain't his problem. He gives you reins to do whatever it is you want to do. You live your life any way you see fit. But just know you got to answer for that when your time comes. You understand? So I say that to say this. Do what makes you feel happy. And if you know that this, like, because religion shouldn't be all of that. I should be able to step out of a religion and not be in fear of losing my family, my mama, my daddy, my brother, my sister, my cousins, my uncles, my co-workers. You know what I'm saying? Homegirls, I do Zumba class. I can't even go to Zumba class no more because all of them Mormons and I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't have to be that hard, but I'm down for you doing it, Whitney. Whitney, do what you do, sir. All right, tell them take your name from out that book, girl. So Coach and Shawshank move into their new tool shed because that's exactly what it is, girl. That damn house is a hole in the wall compared to all of them square feet of the chalet. I mean, I know y'all downsized, but y'all damn near comatose that at this at this point. With child, that girl is what is it? Is that what a 1900s colonial? Is that what it is? Child, it look like where the colonizers used to live, girl. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it. I mean, I'm just saying, it looked too old, outdated, elderly. You know, like Giselle's house. Girl, it looked like the waiting room of a morgue. Ask me, girl. Like, child, that's where homeowners go to die. Why did y'all get that? Girl, the hand on Adam's family hole was bigger than that. Like, so Shawshank, I'm gonna leave their house alone, dear God. I'm gonna let their house be because the people do what they gotta do. They gotta do it. So I'm gonna let their house be, dear God. So Shawshank wants to have a Harlem Nights theme party, but she not gonna hold it at that fitting room they call a house. She not gonna have it there. I guess she'll be too embarrassed. So she asked Angie to according to her, Angie agreed to let her, use the house or whatever the case may be. Did Angie fund for it too? Because see, I don't see how, excuse me, you had to downsize to save money for the trial. The trial is coming up in March. Um, I mean, but it wasn't too much at the party. I will say that. I mean, a couple of crap tables, you know what I'm saying? A couple of centerpieces, you know what I'm saying? A little hors d'oeuvre, you know what I mean? A little neon sign here and there. I mean, how much could that really have cost? Anyway, so Coach don't want Shawshank to invite nobody that's going to be starting no mess or no drama down to his 51st. And I agree with Coach. All right. We ain't got to turn that into that. That could just be about me. Then y'all can meet out for lunch the next day and do all the rest of that unnecessary stuff that y'all do. I was on that side. Shawshank talk about the trial. Girl, we don't need to talk about that. We already know the outcome. Your ass pled guilty to all charges because your ass was guilty, like the fuck I said from the very beginning. While so many of y'all was getting up under the comments trying to tell me this and trying to tell me that, bitch, bye. I've been told y'all her ass was guilty, and it just is what I've been said that it didn't shock me at all. Cause ain't nobody gonna plead guilty to some shit that they did not do and lose their family and everything that they got. Meredith and Seth moved into a new house. Child, everybody moving, okay. But at least Meredith and Seth didn't downsize to a damn closet. Like Lord, I said I was gonna let their house be. I'm gonna let their house be. Coach had to do what he had to do, child. Okay, because I believe Coach paying rent in two places right there in the house that he really lived with his real family and his real wife. Meredith and Seth moved to a new damn house, and we're gonna move on. So Meredith and Seth talk about Lisa's comments. And Meredith spilled some tea about the Barlow's business not making any money, and how they going into that. And there's also rumors about infidelity being in a marriage as well. And Meredith's whole thing is this why you decided to deflect all of that bullshit on me and my family because of what you got going on around there, down with you and yours? I mean, ooh, child. Meredith, I do believe that you and Seth were both unfaithful to each other. I do. I do. I do. And I like you, Meredith, but I've been saying this shit since season 1 where y'all was opening up about y'all problems and how he was going back and forth to Ohio and how he wanted to move and you didn't. And you acted like you weren't in love with him. You acted like you didn't even like him half the damn time because you don't really show that much emotion. You know what I mean? So for me, I do feel like that you and Seth. I do. I do. Was fiddling around and canoodling around on each. I do. I do. And do I feel like Lisa and John had infidelity? I don't think John cheated on Lisa. John too much of a sap. John too much of a sap. I don't think John cheated on Lisa. I'ma just let that rest where that's at. Coach's Harlem Night Party. First and foremost, Angie's house is gorgeous. Okay? Angie's house is gorgeous. I listen, Angie got the best house out of everybody. All right? No shade to none of y'all. Angie got the best house out of everybody. Everybody. Angie got the best house hands down. Like, I lived for the views. I lived for the walkway. I lived for the symmetry of the house. It was girl. Inside, outside, the views, the windows, the window panes, girl, high ceilings and pillars, marble floors and countertops. Like, bitch, go off. I see you, Angie. Shout out to Glenn Baby Davis, honey. Look, y'all know I love me some Big Baby, okay? Because he won a championship with my team. Shout out to Celtics, bitch. Hold on. Because, girl, I died when I saw Big Baby hop on that screen. I said, I know y'all fucking lying. Yes, God. Celtics all day, baby. He was part of the championship team that won the championship. Yes, me. I love Glenn. I love Glenn. Glenn is such a gentle giant. He real sweet in real life. People that I've known that met him, they say the same thing. He is the coolest guy you will ever meet. All he do is he loved to laugh. He loved to laugh. He loved to joke. He loved to talk. He loved to have fun. Like that's his personality. And I'm down for it. So Heather get hot in her pussy form. Now, friend, you know I love you down. Okay. You know I love you down, friend. But friend, you can't have him. You can't have him, friend. Not Glenn. You can't have Glenn. Now, look, take somebody else, friend. You can have KG. All right. You can take KG. You could take Eddie House. He was real cute. You could take Ray Allen. You could take Paul Pierce. Shit, you could even take Ray John Rondo. But you can't have Glenn. All right. You could take Kendra Perkins. You understand? But you could take Doc Rivers, but you can't take Glenn. Not Glenn. You leave Glenn alone. Lord, Heather, you my friend, girl. Don't make me kill you. All right, because I love Glenn, not Glenn. You could take all the other ones I named, but not Glenn. Heather lets Meredith know about her meeting up with Lisa. Heather, why? Heather, look, I ain't even mad with you because I know production told you to do it. You ain't got to tell me. I know. But you know what? I appreciate Meredith for saying, okay, but I don't want to do this here. I don't want to talk about this here. I want to have a good time. You was receptive to it. You didn't push the issue. You said, you know what? You're right. We finna have a good time. I'd accept it. But then you turn around and did it again when it came down to Lisa. But Lisa said, you know what? This ain't the right time. Even though she... She We'll get there. Shout out to Mama Joy. Joy is Coach Shaw's mama. And y'all know we love the mamas around here. So shout out to Mama Joy. She looked good. Shout out to you, Queen. So Seth and John talk. I appreciated this conversation because this goes across all of the housewives on the franchise, from what I've seen, other than Jersey. The men know how to just let the women do their thing, and it is what it is. Even though I know Seth and John both feel weird about being around each other because they're both worried about what their wives are going to think, at the end of the day, y'all wives are the ones with the problem. Y'all ain't got to have one. So I understand what Seth was saying. Yeah, our wives ain't kicking it right now, but we didn't do anything to each other. But I also understand the weirdness of it too, because happy wife, happy life. And neither one of y'all want to go home and be asked, well, why would you all up at John's face? You know, I don't even fuck with his wife like that. Like, what was she went around there saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know how women can be. So I get why men, I like, bro, you know, I ain't got, or they meet up with each other in secret or in private, because I think that's what's gonna happen between Seth and John. They still cool. They just not doing it in front of y'all. That's what I think. So Lisa, Heather, and Whitney plan a small girls trip to Scottsdale for Shawshank because they want to be there for her. But I wonder how y'all feel now knowing that she done pled guilty to every damn thing that I've been saying that she was guilty for. Just saying. So Lisa and Meredith embrace. You know, Meredith is just like, girl, bye. Lisa starts talking about, oh, I want to talk, I want to do this, I want to do that. And in Meredith's confessionals, Meredith was like, she had 2 months to reach out and explain herself, and she didn't. So why does she want to be on this apology tour now that the cameras are here? Because that's why. I just said why, Meredith, because the cameras are here. Now that the cameras are here and it's rolling, now she could be on the apology tour. That's why. Lisa talks to Seth and starts apologizing and crying, and Seth won't hear for it. So Seth went to go and talk to Meredith and Shawshank and let them know what happened. And Meredith was like, well, why didn't you just pay it? Why did you even talk to her? And then he was like, well, listen, he wanted to hear what the hell she had to say. I mean, she did bring him up in it, Meredith. So he does have the right to want to. I mean, he does. She brought his name up into it. But his whole thing is, how can you call it an apology when you're excusing the behavior? It's not an apology. And I agree with Seth. It's not an apology. Lisa is one of those women who really does feel like she's perfect and she does absolutely nothing wrong. And she wants people around that thinks like her. See, that's why she's with John, because John is a sap. See, a real man wouldn't deal with Lisa. And I'm not saying that John ain't a real man, but when it comes to Lisa, he does what Meredith did for 10 years, and that's overlook her bad behavior. And you gonna fuck around and not be invited to none of the guys' night, all because of your damn wife. I'm just gonna be real, John. You're not about to have no friends because of Lisa ass. But I've been told y'all that tired ass women won't shit. I've been saying that since season 1. And everybody got up under the comments just like they tried to do with Mary, just like they tried to do with Shawshank. And I'm not here for none of y'all. I bet whoever I told y'all won't shit, I was always right, won't I? Uh-huh. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about last night's episode. Look, it was better than Roa's whole reunion. All right. So that says a lot to me. So I'm down for the 3rd season. I'm down to see what y'all finna give. I'm down to see who finna fall out with each other. Like I say, Whitney and Lisa, Whitney and Heather, I hope y'all got y'all foolishness together, because I need you two plus Meredith to be the clique. Assault-wise, I needed to be y'all 3. That's my pick. That's my pick. Meredith, Whitney, and Heather. I need them to be. I need them to be the click. Y'all tell me y'all click down in the comments. And until next time, I'll holler at you, girl. Bye.